Okay, instead of Malana sir, I am taking class. Okay, so we will do some more problems. So have you done the problem which I gave? Hello, anybody has done? So what I gave? So it is x of t, which is given by e power minus a magnitude of t. Okay, so this a is greater than 0. So this is a signal which I gave, right? So have you done the Fourier transform of this? Anybody has got any answer? Hello, anybody has done?
No, sir, still writing.
Still writing. Hello, what you are writing? Okay, we'll do this problem. So now t is having a both negative value and positive value, right? So this we can take. So we know the equation which is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of t into e power so minus j omega t into dt, right? So this is the equation for Fourier transform. So now we can see the t exists from minus infinity to 0, it will be negative, and it will be positive for 0 to infinity. So this will give minus infinity to 0 and it will give e power plus at, because t is negative, minus into minus it will become plus. That will be into e power minus j omega t into dt plus 0 to infinity e power. So it is positive for 0 to infinity and it will give e power minus at into e power minus j omega t into dt. Okay, so now integrate this one by separating the, that is by getting the adding the terms. We will get minus infinity to 0 e power a minus j omega into t into dt, okay, plus 0 to infinity e power minus of a plus j omega into t into dt. Okay, so integrate this one. So what you will get? So you will get e power a minus j omega into t. So this divided by a minus j omega plus, okay, so e power minus of, so this will be from minus infinity to 0 the limits, and e power minus a plus j omega into t, this is from 0 to infinity, this divided by a plus j omega. Okay, so now evaluate. So if you put t equal to 0 it will become 1. Okay, so 1 over a minus j omega. So this if you put infinity this will become 0 plus and 1 minus 0, and this if you put infinity so this will become 0, and if you put 1, that is 0 to value t, you will get minus 1. Okay, so it is minus of the value which is 1 and divided by minus of a plus j omega. So now this minus 1 and minus will get cancelled and you will get 1 over a plus j omega plus 1 over, sorry, this is a minus j omega here. So this is a minus j omega and this one a plus j omega. Okay, so now if you multiply these two, so you will get like a plus b into a minus b. So what you will get? So you will get a square, so minus j omega whole square, this divided by, so take this into numerator, that is a plus j omega, and this one this side, which is plus a minus j omega. So now what is the result? The Fourier transform of this, so which we will get 2a, so this divided by a square plus omega square. So this j square will become minus 1, minus into minus will become plus. So this is the Fourier transform of this e power minus a into t. Okay, is it understood? So now if you plot the spectrum, okay, if that is x of j omega, the spectrum of this Fourier transform. So now put the value of omega at particular value. If you put value of omega equal to 0 here, so you will get the value 2a by a square, which is a get cancel, and you will get the value 2 by a. Okay, this is the value 2 by a, and whenever you put the value a or minus a in the negative or positive side, the signal will going to decay. So if you put a now here plus a, it will become 2a square, so 2a by 2a square will give 1 by a. So this is, so at this value, at the value omega equal to a, so this will give 1 by a, and similarly it will go on decay. In the negative side also it will go on decay, and at minus a, so this will give again 1 by a. So this is the spectrum of this signal. Okay, so you can similarly you can plot the phase spectrum also by putting the value of omega 0, pi, 2 pi like that, and you will get the spectrum. Okay, so this is about the Fourier transform of this signal. So now you try to find out another one. So simply you can find out, now you find out, try to find out the value, that is Fourier transform of del of t. So now which is given del of t, x of t is given by del of t. So try to find out the value or the Fourier transform of this. Try to find out, all of you. Write the equation and substitute the value of del of substitute the value of, that is whatever signal which is given x of t as an impulse function, and try to find out the Fourier transform. Why the strength is less? Many people are not joined. So now what are you doing? What is the answer? Anybody has done? Hello, Subramanya, have you done? Got the answer?
One, right?
Sir?
It
Hello?
will be one, right?
Yeah, it will be 1. Only at t equal to 0. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
because del of t you are defined, and that will exist only at t equal to 0. Similarly, if you take other values of t, then it will also exist. So in the frequency domain or in the Fourier transform domain, you can say that the x of j omega is equal to 1 for all the values of omega. That means the impulse signal in time domain, which will contain all the frequency components in the Fourier transform domain or in the frequency domain. But practically it is not there, but mathematically we can express like this. Okay. So the x of j omega, so which is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity del of t into e power minus j omega t into dt. So since del of t is 1 at t equal to 0, so this we can write e power minus j omega t, so at t equal to 0. So this integral exists only when del of t so exists at t equal to 0. So this will be equal to 1. Okay, so your x of j omega will be equal to 1 for all values of omega. Okay, this is your x of j omega. Okay, so similarly if you have x of t which is equal to 1, similarly if you have x of t equal to 1, now you try to find out what is the value in this case. So now if you uh, take this signal, so in order to find out the Fourier transform we should satisfy the Dirichlet condition, but this signal will not satisfy, but we need to use the properties of ft, the Fourier transform, and we have to find out the Fourier transform of this signal. So for this we'll use the duality property, so that we know if x of t which is having a Fourier transform of x of j omega. Okay, so now if you have the duality property, you know, if you have x of jt, its Fourier transform which is given by 2 pi into x of minus omega, right? So this we have known. So now you substitute the value of x of t in this one, so that we can try to find out. So now we have the Fourier transform of del of t which is equal to 1. Okay, so now by using this duality property you exchange this t and omega, so that you will give 1 for the Fourier transform. So you will get 2 pi into, that is x of, that is in place of t you have to put the omega, that is del of minus omega. So this whatever we got the same result. Okay, so now del of omega which is a even function, so since it is a even function, okay, so now we can replace del of minus omega which is equal to del of omega. So then we can write the Fourier transform of 1 which is equal to, okay, so 2 pi into del of omega. Okay, so this is the Fourier transform of the signal x of t which is equal to 1. Okay, so this is actually tells us whenever you have the in a time domain signal which is having some constant. Okay, so that like DC signal, so then it will be having a impulse function in the frequency domain. So this is only at omega equal to 0 it will exist, and the amplitude which is having 2 pi. So this is the representation whenever you have signal x of t which is have a DC component and it will be having a impulse signal in the frequency. Okay, so this is what the interpretation of this. So now try to find out, so the Fourier transform of the signum function, you know what is uh, the signal we can write for signum function x of t which is equal to signum of t. Okay, so this signum function which is equal to 1 for t less than 0 and it equal to minus 1 for, sorry, this is t greater than 0 and this is for t less than 0. That is, you can represent the signum function like this. Okay, so this is minus 1 and this is plus 1. Okay, so now find out the Fourier transform of this. So try to use the property again and try to find out the, or you can directly use the value 1, so which we have find out the Fourier transform of the value 1. Okay, or you can use the other properties, the differentiation and the time differentiation property, and you can find out the Fourier transform of this one. Now how to find out? So just differentiate this one. So if you differentiate it, you will get the impulse function for this. So if you have the difference, if you use the differentiation property, so on both side of this one, so you will get, so this is 2 into del of t. So this will give an impulse function after differentiation. Okay, so now take Fourier transform both the sides. So Fourier transform of this one, d by dt of x of t. So if you take the Fourier transform, so you will get 2 into the Fourier transform of 2 into del of t. So this will give, which is equal to 2. Okay, so now we know the property. So d by dt of x of t Fourier transform, if you take, you will get j omega into x of j omega. So this is a Fourier transform. So if you take for d by dt of xt, so now we can find out what is j x of j omega. So this will give 2 by j omega. So this is the Fourier transform of the signum function. Okay, and if you plot this one, so if you put the magnitude value of this, it will give 2 by omega magnitude value, and phase value it will give minus pi by 2 for omega greater than 0, and pi by 2 for omega less than 0. So that is, if you plot x of j omega. Okay, so this will give, so this will be the magnitude, which will be 2 by omega, the magnitude of this. And what you will get, so at omega is 0, it will be having some infinite value. Okay, even both negative and positive side. And if you put value of omega for a particular value, okay, so then you will get the signal. So it will decay exponentially both the sides. This is the magnitude spectrum. So similarly, if you put the phase spectrum, so you will get plus pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. So for omega less than 0, you will get plus pi by 2, and omega greater than 0, you will get the minus pi by 2. So this is a phase spectrum of x of j omega for signum function. Okay, so now try to find out for a signal which is given. So now try to find out the Fourier transform of the signal which is given by like this, an aperiodic signal which is varied from minus t to plus t, and the amplitude value 1. So now try to find out this one, the Fourier transform. All of you try to find out. Use the x of j omega equation and put the values between minus t to plus t, and try to find out what is the Fourier transform. Anybody got answer? Have you got what is the answer? Anybody? Ashwini, what are you doing?
Yes, sir.
So have you got answer? Tejasvi Sharma. Hello, Tejasvi Sharma, how are you doing? Ishlakshmi,
Yes, sir.
so you have got the
Doing,
answer?
sir. Doing, sir.
Okay. Anybody has got the answer? Subramanya, have you got?
Trying it now.
Okay, so we'll do it. So now what is your FT equation? So you know that is minus infinity to plus infinity, and you will be having x of t power minus j omega t into dt. So now you substitute the x of t signal, which is minus t2. Okay, so it is minus t2 plus t, and you will be having 1 into e power minus j omega t into dt. So this you know, simple integration e power minus j omega t by minus j omega. Okay, so this will vary between minus t to plus t. So this will give 1 over minus j omega into e power minus j omega t minus e power, so plus j omega t, because it is minus and to minus it will become plus. Okay, so this is the, so the integration of this. So now you multiply and divide by 2, so you will get 2 by minus 2j omega, so into e power minus j omega t minus, so e power j omega t. So now you take minus inside and 2j inside, so you will get 2 by omega, okay, into e power j omega t minus e power minus j omega t, so this divided by 2, 2j. So now this we can represent it as sine of omega t. Okay, so 2 by, it is 2 into sine of omega t, so this divided by omega. So this is the Fourier transform of your this rectangular pulse. So now if you draw the spectrum of this, okay, so if you take the spectrum of this, so now you can see here at omega 0, at omega equal to 0, so this will become indeterminate form. Just a minute. Huh? Ah, okay. So sorry for the interruption. So okay, so if you have omega equal to 0, so then it will be given indeterminate form. So now use the L'Hospital rule and try to find out so the value of x of j omega at omega equal to 0. So now differentiate, the L'Hospital rule says that differentiate numerator and both numerator and denominator separately. So you will get 2 into, so if you differentiate this one, so you will get so cos of omega t. So with respect to omega we are doing into t. So this divided by, so omega which will be equal to 1. So now if you put omega equal to 0, so then this will become equal to 1 and you will get 2t. So your x of j omega, so which is equal to 2t at, for the value omega equal to 0. Okay, so then you will get the signal amplitude which is having 2t at omega equal to 0. Okay, so now if other values of the omega, so you can get corresponding t values, the spectrum. Okay, so now if you put t equal to or omega equal to pi by t. Okay, if you put here omega equal to pi by t, so you will get 2 into sine of pi by t into t, so this divided by pi, so pi by t. So if you put value of pi by t for omega, so then it will give sin pi, so this will give the 0 value. So that is, you will get the signal which is exponentially varying like this. So at omega equal to pi by t, so you will get 0, and similarly you will be having a, so at minus pi by t also you will get the value 0, and other values it will go on varying at every interval of the multiples of pi, so you will going to get the value 0. Okay, so this is the spectrum of the Fourier transform of this rectangular pulse. Okay, so this is a Fourier transform. Now try to find, so for we'll take another problem and try to find out a Fourier transform. So now you take x of t which is equal to the unit step function, that is u of t. Try to find out the Fourier transform of the signal. How to find out? So now use the expression the u of t in terms of signum function, so that you can express it as, that is signum of t we can express in terms of u of t, so that is equal to 2 into u of t minus 1. Okay, so earlier graph, if you refer signum of t, then you can write this 2 into u of t minus 1. Okay, so now u of t you can derive, so which is equal to, so half into 1 plus signum of t. Okay, so this you can write it as half plus half into signum of t. Okay, so now we have find out already the Fourier transform of signum of t. Just if you substitute that, we will get the Fourier transform of u of t. So now if you take the Fourier transform of u of t, okay, and take Fourier transform both the side, that is, so you will get u of t this one. So now taking Fourier transform both the sides, you will get it as the Fourier, that is Fourier transform of u of t. Okay, so now Fourier transform of that, the value 1, so you will get it as the 2 pi into the impulse signal, which is 1 over 2 into, so if we take 1 as the signal here, we will get 2 pi into del of omega. So this is your x of j omega for the Fourier transform of u of t. So plus half into the signum of t, we have find out the value which is 2 by j omega, right? So now this we can write it as the Fourier transform of the u of t signal, we can write it as pi into del of omega plus 1 over j omega. So this is the the Fourier transform of u of the unit step function. Okay. So now try to find the time domain signal if the Fourier transform is given. Okay. So try to find out for this problem. Use the x of t equation and try to find out. So now x of j omega, which is given as e power minus 2 omega into u of omega. So now this is a Fourier transform signal which is given. Now find out x of t, that is time domain signal. Find, so x of t. Try to find out. Take the equation x of t, which is known, which is given by 1 over 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity x of j omega into e power j omega t into d omega. Use this equation and try to find it out. Try to find out this answer. Is it understood? Any doubt? Anybody is having any doubt?
Get it once again.
Yeah. Try to find out. What is the answer? Have you done? Anybody got any answer? So since it is u of omega, so it will exist only from 0 to infinity, and it will give e power minus 2 omega into e power j omega t into d omega. So now this we can write it as 1 over 2 pi into 0 to infinity e power So take minus common and omega common, you will get 2 minus jt into omega into d omega. So now substitute or integrate this one and substitute the value of omega. So we will get the x of t, that is 1 over 2 pi into e power minus of 2 minus jt into omega. So this divided by, so minus of 2 minus jt. So this will give from 0 to infinity. So now if you substitute the value of infinity, this will give 0, and if you substitute 0, it will give 1. Okay, so minus of this 1 and this will minus will get cancel each other, and we will get the signal x of t as, which is equal to 1 over 2 pi into, so if you substitute infinity, so that will become 0 minus, if you substitute the omega 0, it will give the value 1, and this divided by minus of 2 minus jt. Okay, so this will give 1 over 2 pi into 1 over 2 minus j into t. This is the x of t signal. Okay, okay, take another one and try to find out the Fourier transform. So take this signal x of t, which is equal to e power minus at into u of t. So t into e power minus at into u of t. Take this one, a greater than 0. Take this signal and try to find the Fourier transform of this. Anybody got? Has anybody got answer? So now substitute the x of t signal. So for the Fourier transform equation, so we will get minus infinity to plus infinity. So since it is u of t, so we will vary between 0 to infinity. Okay. So now this will be t into e power minus at into e power minus j omega t into dt. So this will give So 0 to infinity t into e power, so you take minus t outside, so you will get minus of a plus j omega into t into dt. So now this function, so you can use the integration by parts and you can try to evaluate this. So integration by parts means first function into integration of second function, so that is e power minus a plus j omega into t divided by minus a plus j omega, sorry, minus of a plus j omega. So this is the first part. So first function into integration of second function, you have to substitute the values 0 to infinity minus 0 to infinity differentiation of first function and integration of second function. So differentiation it will give 1 with respect to t, and integration it will give e power minus a plus j omega t, so this divided by minus of a plus j omega. So now if you do this one, so you will get the final result. So now if you substitute the values here, so since the value t is 0 and if you substitute the value infinity here, it will become 0. So this function will go to the value 0. So now we will get x of j omega. So this will be, again you integrate this one, so you will get e power minus of a plus j omega into t. Okay, so this divided by, so minus of minus it will become plus, so a plus j omega whole square. Okay, so substitute the value, so 0 to infinity, so here it is minus is there, so the function, so this minus, and now you can substitute the value, so you will get minus of, so if you put infinity this will become 0, and if you put 1 it will become 1. So this divided by a plus j omega whole square. So your x of omega will be, that is x of j omega, which is given by 1 over a plus j omega square. So this is a Fourier transform of the signal x of t, which is given by t into e power minus at into u of t. Okay. So understood? Any doubt? Okay. So now try to find out another problem for Fourier transform and try to find out and tell me the answer in the next class. Okay. Is it understood? Any doubt in this? So take x of t, which is given by e power minus 3t into u of t minus 1. Okay, so take this one and try to find out the Fourier transform. Okay, so take this problem and try to find out the answer. So tell me the answer in the next class. So we'll stop here.